What's good, y'all? What's last happy Sunday. I hope y'all doing good, man. Y'all looking good. I'm looking right at you. Looking good. Woman, man, whatever you are, you looking good, right? Looking good. I know it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I haven't done this in like 2 weeks, but we are back. Take a look at the room. I'm in a different area, different situation, different environment. This is due to an internship that I mentioned in one of my other videos, but I have an internship here over the summer doing research on adeno-associated viruses at Life Edit Pharmaceuticals, and I've been here for 2 weeks, and I can definitely say that I've been enjoying my time here. I'm back in Durham, so this is like where I go to school at, but I'm back here, and we back in business. That's for sure. But to get back on the charts, let's just get right to it, man. So I'm gonna start off with UJ. We're gonna get into gold, EJ, DJ, and just a little bit of AU. I'm starting to just dabble with US 30, but I'm not that confident with it yet. So I'm just gonna stick to my other pairs. But starting off, we have UJ. I hope this fan isn't too loud. Let me turn it down. I hope y'all can hear me. But first pair I'm gonna look at is UJ. So to start on the daily, as we can see, UJ has established its area a point above 157 200. So right now it is above. Price is looking extremely bullish on the daily time frame as of right now. And what we could see potentially for the rest of the week is price to continue pulling to the upside based on where we're seeing right now, and based on if price maintains above 157 200. If we go down to the 4-hour, notice how price struggled. It really did struggle to come above this area of resistance right here within this past week. So price tried, failed, and failed again, right? But price finally pulled above and rejecting this 158 extended level and coming back down to here, playing as an area of support, we could call it. So if I were to go down to the 1 hour time frame, first thing I see is this higher low, and which is higher than this low, obviously, and this area right here being maintained. I like how we have a nice bullish candle above here, but with every entry, with every trade, buy low, sell high. So I'm not interested in buying right now, even though I do feel that price will continue to the upside, going up here to 158 extended, basically where price was at beforehand. But what I would need to see is some sort of pullback. Let me go down to the smaller time frames, right? So like I mentioned, price kind of held this point right here and took off, right? But what I need to see in order for me to get in is price to pull back, right? I could see it pulling back to this moving average and potentially reject this. We also have some lower time frame, short term highs right here that we can see price kind of bounce back into. I also see this fair value gap right here that we can see price. Let me turn this. Let's do, yeah. So we can see price doing many of these things, right? Coming back into this fair value gap, coming back into this internal area of resistance, and coming back to retest this or test this moving average, right? So once we see that, I would be a little more confident in getting an entry to move to the upside. Now looking at the pips, this is looking nice based on like if price were to come here and I were to get my entry here, let's say right here. This is 70 pip move. So I like those. So definitely looking forward to that one. If I'm gonna move over to gold on the daily. Right now, overall, it's kind of like sideways almost right here. Overall, it is bearish, I would say, overall, but it's kind of, we've seen some sideways movement, and this is kind of reflecting on the moving average, how it's moving sideways like this, which means we don't really have much movement to either direction. It's kind of sideways movement. So right now, like I mentioned, on the daily, I'm overall bearish. Let me go back on the daily. I do have a fib from point A, point B, price maintain this area. It came up to point C, right? So we have this, basically I'm not gonna count this, so this will be a point 382 rejection. Price came down here. Now I can update this and move it down here, as this is the most recent low, and price has officially made a 0.618 rejection coming down here. Now we can see a potential rejection upon here, price coming back to this area of previous support, now potentially playing it as an area of resistance. The price does fail to break above this, not only this trend line, but this internal area of resistance, and maintains below this previous lower high. So going down to an hourly, just so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. So right here, this is basically an area of resistance, an area that price has respected multiple times. You can see price coming above, but immediately coming right back down, meaning that it's still respecting this point, and it's still respecting this trend line and maintaining below this previous high, which means we are currently bearish, and I will maintain this bearish bias unless price does break below, break above this trend line and break below or above this high. So if we were to see something like that, then obviously my bias would switch and I'll be a little more bullish. Right. But as of right now, I'm bearish on gold. EJ, similar to UJ, I'm bullish on this one right now. Notice how price maintained this area right here at 168,400, and right, so we notice that price came all the way back down here, and buyers took price all the way back up. Notice how the moving average is pointing up, which means we are currently bullish right now based on the average movement of the market right now. Price maintaining this point, maintaining this area as an area of support, which means that price doesn't want to continue to the bearish side, which before I thought price was going to continue bearish. So as of right now, I see these rejections right here. These are key, which means that we could potentially see price going to the upside right here. I could see it just going to this area if I were to get into some buys. This is an area that I would target. So just keep in mind of that. Going on to GJ, bullish as well. Going to the daily, notice that price maintained under this area of 200. Let's call it 200, 550, right? Yeah, 550. So maintain below that, but at the same time respecting this area of support. Now we can see this multiple times, price testing it, but still maintaining above it. Moving average, pointing to the upside, but still I don't have that slope that I'm really looking for. I'm looking for something like this that's very confident. This is a little shaky and leaning towards this way, more sideways. I would like a more linear slope like that, but so be it. Right now I'm still bullish based on what price is presenting to me, as we have a respect of this area of support. If we were to go down to the 15 minute time frame, notice that first of all, just look at the structure, right? You can say that we have a trend line right there, or counter trend line, whatever you want to call it. We have a break of that. We have a low, We have our high, low, price maintaining this low, praying as a higher low, and then price breaking above this high. So we are bullish right now. Now I do notice that price has respected this high, so I'm definitely looking to see if price can break above this as well. I'm looking for a pullback as well, and then potentially buying price all the way. Let's see here, buy price all the way back up here for an over 80 pip move, something like that. So that would be sweet too during the week. And then last pair I'm looking at is AU. So going on the daily time frame. So for a while, price maintained below this point and broke above. Now price is maintaining above it, playing as, so before it was playing as an area of resistance, now it's playing as an area of support. Now price is maintaining above it, but still we kind of see this counter trend line right here on the daily time frame, seeing that price is rejecting these overall highs right here, but at the same time rejecting these lows. So I could also see price pulling to the upside as well, maybe coming to test this trend line or counter trend line right here, right? Going to the hourly time frame, we see this nice rejection here, and if price can maintain and price can stay above this point, then I will be more confident in saying this is bullish. But I'm basically chilling right now. I'm just gonna be sitting here and just seeing how price maintains above this, seeing how price kind of cooks right here, right? I just want to see a little more bullish activity for me to just jump in and say, let me buy this right now. But I do like this rejection here. I'm just gonna sit here and watch during the week and see what price does. If price does present me with a nice opportunity, and some ways that price will give me those signs is that, let's say we have a bullish engulfing or a bullish variation or price breaking structure, things like that, or price rejecting this point again, right? Let's say price already rejected it, it came back and rejected it again for a double bottom, stuff like that. Like those are the signs that I'm looking for to get into these buys. But guys, those are the pairs I'm looking for this week. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's been good being back on the YouTube game. I love y'all, man. Peace, and let's have a good week.